butter which Lord takes. The butter represents the heart of the devotees. Bhagavan takes it away. But he takes it away by stealing it. You know why? Otherwise you won't go to him. We are so happy with this world. We are so happy with the sorrows. We will be saying, oh, my son does not care for me, but he is very good in America. He owns a very high post, my son. So, on one hand they will be praising their son, on the other hand they will be blaming him, but their mind is only with their son, with their wife and all these things. So, God has to take it by stealing it from you, otherwise you won't allow it. You still want this world with all its problems. And then she says, you all bring it and keep it in my house. Then you will find nothing in your house. If he finds in any house that there is no butter, then he takes vengeance. That chota. How does he take vengeance? See, there, the gopikas will be busy with their work. So what they do? Outside, they will put a big mat. So all the people, small children, they will be brought. Some 10 of them. So some 20 of them. 10 this way, 10 this way. So they will put the children in the sun and they will go and do their work in winter. Then what this fellow does? He goes quietly because there is nothing available in that house. So he goes and then he takes the hair of one of the children and ties it with the other child. So like that he does for all the 20 and goes away. Then when the children move, then they begin to weep. Then there is a big weeping because all the 20 children weep. And they all try to get away from one side and another side. So, Yati Pakroshyatokan, he leaves them all like that. Then, why don't you in your own house keep it in such a height, this fellow cannot touch it? No. Hastagrabhye rajayividhim pituko lukaladi. When he finds it is up, then he makes 2 or 3 boys stand up one over the other. He gets over the wall and then easily touches them. Or in that house, there is that mortar we call ukal. So that he goes and puts it and he stands over it and he gets it. So what can we do? Then Dandagarim Dhidam Maniganam Swangatha Pradipam. In the olden days, in all villages, in every house, there used to be one small room. It will have no ventilation, it will have no windows, it will be dark room. Even during the daytime, you cannot see, it will be dark. Even in my young days, when I was 8 months old, I was in a village for some time. So we had a room like that. So there they will store all the things, papa, all these things they will keep. And sometimes there will be cockroaches. When my mother became old, she can't see properly. So today for frying she will be bringing, there will be 4 cockroaches and 4 papad, and 4 cockroaches and 4 papad. Amma, there are cockroaches. There the cockroaches will come, nothing. So that used to be the day. So why don't you keep it there? When this boy goes into that room, from his body such a light emanates, it is like 20,000 watts. And the entire room is lit, he can see everything. So there is no use of keeping the dark room. The dark room becomes lighted. Amma, we have tried all these things, now we have come, you will have to take action against him. She got really worried, Yashoda. But then she sees, these ladies are looking at Krishna and Krishna is looking at them and these people are laughing over themselves. Oh, They simply want to tease him when they are doing it. They are not really serious. So she also laughed and went inside. That's all. Sabhaya Nayana Srimukha Lukini Bihi. Now Krishna doesn't know that mother will not take any action. He feels she might beat me, she might do anything. So Sabhaya Nayana, his eye is full of fear. And he looks at his mother, he looks at them. He looks at his mother, he looks at them. And on seeing it, Yakhyatartha Prastamukhi Nakyupardhamikshati. She understood these people have not come to complain, they only want to see the drama as to what reaction this fellow is having. That's all. One day, all people go and complain to Yashoda, Amma, this Krishna is eating mud. It's very common among children. The chugli khana hai. So this is very common, but this is what it grows when we become big. We go and tell the boss that fellow is like that, this fellow is like that. That is there. Then she comes and asks Krishna, Kasman Mridamadan Tatman Bhavan Bhaktitavan Raha. Hey, did you take the mud? Without anybody seeing it, you took it and then you are eating it? He says, Naham Bhaktitavanamba Sarve Mitya Abhisamsina. Amma, I have not taken mud at all. I swear. Hey, your Gau says, Balram says that you took, and all your colleagues say that you took. He says, Sarve Mitya Abhisamsina. They are all liars. And only truthful person, because I am the reality. See, Krishna has come in this world in order to uphold dharma, uphold the moral laws. When he taught his life by telling lie, no, he never told a lie. The point is, as Lord, he doesn't have any karta bhava, that I am doing it, I am doing it. So, he does not do it. That's it. So long as you think that I did this, I killed this man, that phala, punya or papa will come to you. And again to have that punya and papa, the reward for the punya, the merits and the punishment for the bad deeds, again you have to take another birth. So again in that birth, there will be 70 years, 80 years, again you will be doing so many sins, so many good things, again you will be, thus a series of births and tests will be forged for you. Rebirth, birth, rebirth, birth, rebirth. Now, if you don't have that sense of I, that I didn't do anything, it was all Lord. I don't know. He might have used my hands, he must have used my other parts, but I never did anything. Then, neither the papa will come to you, nor the punya will come. Na punyam, na papam, na saukhyam, na dukkham, chidananda rupa shivoham, shivoham. That's all. No punya, no papa. I don't want either. Then what will happen when then there has to be no punishment, there has to be no reward, then where is the need for the body? So your birth and death will cease. That's what happens. So the Lord himself, he never says I. Because he alone is there. Why should he say I? So he never says I. That's all. So that is why he had no feeling that he is doing anything. He creates all the 3 words, but he never goes on telling, see, I create the 3 words, I create the 3 words. Not at all. He is not. And mother, you don't believe me? Come on, look at my mouth. Ah. Then for the second time, Yashoda saw the entire universe there, all the places, the Gokula, ya Nanda, ya Yashoda, ya Krishna, ya Balarama, and all the boys. And then she sees all the countries, Australia, South Africa, East Africa, then South America. So all the places she sees there, she's getting busy. Chakaraya. Sadhasajya Vishwam Jagastan Jakandisham. So this is what happened. Now, the next is, it is called Ulukal Lila. The sport he did with the marta, where is Sabdana Kurte, those, that marta. Marta is used by Vaidyas also. The small one, the big one. In the old days, everybody used to do that. My mother will do it, and every time she, we got to stop it and laugh by that. That sound. Then, Ekada Vigada Sishu, Yashodanandagegini, Karmantra Vyuktasu, Nirmamanta Swayam Dadi. All the Gopikas were engaged in some other work, and there was a lot of this yogurt, what you call the English?
Curds.
Curd. Yes. So there is a lot of curd left, so it has to be churned and taken. Then she herself, Ishwada herself, she began to do it. When she began to do it, Tam Tanyakama Sadhya Matrantim Jananim Hari. There is the time when Krishna came to her and said, Amma, I want milk. So she took him in his breast, in her breast, and she began to give him. Then, suddenly what happened is, Adipta Usajja Javena Sa'ayayam Usijjamane Paisittadishyate. She heard the sound from the kitchen. She had kept a lot of milk, and that milk was boiling, it was overflowing down. She began to run, keeping the child here. Lord is very angry. To save one achaitanya, a thing which is not chaitanya, which is not a conscious thing, and she leaves it conscious, the only reality down. So he was very angry. Then he took all the whatever is available, all those pitchers containing this curd, containing some buttermilk, containing some butter, and he went and he broke all of them into pieces. Because Sanjata Gopat, he got a lot of anger. Spirita Dharuna, Spirita Runadharam. This is because when you are angry, this will be going on. This Bandhan here. Like that they will do. So he was doing like that. Then at that time, the mother went back. She saw what her son has done. There is a limit to this fellow's mischief. I will have to stop it. She went there, and not only that, as usual, he was standing over that mortar which was kept there, and he was calling all the monkeys, and whatever he could retrieve, all those butters he was giving to them all. This rascal not only eats, he distributes it as if his father's property. It's his father's property. He has no father. So, then she said, she took a stick in her hand and went near to him. He was looking at her because she is so tall and he is so small. He is looking at her. Bhayavikole it was full of fear. What she is going to do? She is going to beat me with this heavy stick. Then where will I be? On seeing, oh, my son is now afraid. She put the stick away. She put the stick away, but she has to teach him a lesson. She brought some rope which was there, and she said, I will tie him to the mortar. Today I am not going to give him lunch. He will be tied to this Uluka. So he brought him and she tied him to that. When she tied, she found 3 inches were short. The rope did not bind him. So she went in and found some more rope. So another 10 feet, she put it. Again, 3 inches were still left. And she asked all her Sakhis, you go and bring more ropes. They bring all the ropes in the house, but they are not sufficient to bind the Lord. Always 3 inches were left. And in this drama, Yashoda was sweating. And then he thought, Samatu Srinnagatraya Drishtva Parishramam Krishna. On seeing the effort made by his mother, Krishna got compassion. All right, now I will remain with her. So the last rope she put, he was inside it, she tied him completely. And he says, he is the Lord. Nevam virincho anabhavo nasvirapanga samsriyam. Neither Brahma will ever be able to bind him, nor Shiva will ever be able to bind him. And this fellow, he got himself bound by his mother out of compassion. He was bound and they all went away. Again, that mischief will not leave this boy. He was getting bored sitting in one place. So he began to draw this along with him and he was moving along with the mortar. There was a big garden. He was moving. So there are 2 twin trees of Arjuna. This Arjuna tree, even now is available, and their bark is very good for heart. So many people take their asava and all such things by that Arjuna. It's very common on the Ayurvedic people. They swear by that for all heart problems. Because I don't know whether they know that there are so many different cardiac problems. They only call it all heart problems. So they give this Arjuna. That's what happens. It does work also in most of the cases. So the Ulukal Leela, how he rescues, after all, that those twin trees, they were not trees. There were some, 2 divine boys, the son of Kubera, who were very arrogant, and as such, their Maharishi had cursed them to become trees till such time as they are touched by the Lord. So, how he rescues them, and there's a beautiful prayer by them. All these things we'll see tomorrow. Hari Om Narayana. Swasti Prajabhya Paripaliyantam Ayena Margena Mahimmahisha Go Brahmane Besya Bhavastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sikhino Bhavantu Kale Vashyata Parjanya Prithivi Satya Charani Deshoyam Chobarita Namana Sandhi Bhayam Sarve Bhavantu Sikhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Vashyantu Ma Gachidda Kavag Bhaviti Kayena Vacha Marsendreva Vidhyatana Bhagavate Swabha Karomi Yadda Sakalam Parasmai Narayana Yidamapyami Narayana 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 Narayana. ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पदान शृण्वन्तो दिव्यस्वेन सादनम् ॐ महागणपतये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतार वरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणि नमोस्तुते। शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राणपरायणे सर्वस्यार्ति हरे देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोस्तुते। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। आपदापहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। We start the further story regarding the binding of Sri Krishna by his mother to the mortar because he had been too mischievous. The Lord is one who has no beginning, who has no end, who has no middle. How can you catch him in bad him at all? But for the sake of the devotees, he has taken an incarnation as a small boy. So naturally, his mother tried to bind him, as I said. She showed also his might in the sense that even when she brought miles length of rope, he couldn't be contained in it. Always there were about 3 inches less. However big a rope they brought, there were 3 inches less again. Thus he showed his power. Don't think I am so small. And the ultimate reality, just for your sake I have taken the form. And when the mother went away, again that mischief in him cannot be contained. He saw it's a big garden, and in the middle of the garden there were 2 twin trees of the Arjun trees. They were not ordinary twins, they were Siamese twins. They were joined together at the end. And it was joined together only on the earth. So there was a little space. God, Lord Krishna, he was slowly drawing the mortar with him, and he was going along. And when there was a cleft between the 2 trees, in between, he just managed to take his mortar and go there. It was such a they were big trees, and he was such a small boy. The moment he went through, both the trees broke and fell down. The Lord caught hold of both the trees and they fell down. And out of them came out 2 young semi-divine people whose name was Nala and Kubra. They were the sons of Kubera, the chief treasurer of all the gods. And once they were fully drunk, inebriated with liquor. At that time, one Maharshi came there. At least the girls who were with them had the sense immediately to go and wear their saris. But these 2 fellows were shameless. They were standing as it was. They didn't care. Then the Maharshi gave them a curse. You are standing like a tree, let you become trees, Arjuna trees, till such time as Lord Krishna himself comes and touches you. And the time he touches you, you will regain your original form. That's what has happened. They knew it was the Lord himself. And there's one important prayer, which is even repeated in some of the colleges in their morning prayer. Vani Guna Nukatani Stabanavu Katayam Astuchakaramsu Shirastava Padamule Manastava. This is Shloka 38 and I think it is 11 or 12. This Mudhya, it is the 10th Adhyaya. 38. They said, Lord, you say ask any boon, we want only one boon. From now onwards, let our speech, let it never talk of any nonsense. Let it never talk of any gossip. Let them always think of you and let them always talk of your noble qualities, your glowing qualities. That's all we want. Gunanukatani. And Lord, my both the ears, let them not hear anything else in the world. Let them hear only your stories. The stories of our divine Leelas. That's what we want. Astavu cha karmasu manastava padamule. No doubt, they will have to do some work or other. Let the body and the hand, let them do the work. But my mind, let me always at your lotus feet. Let me always be remembering you. Srityam Sherastava Nivasa Jagat Praname. See, let my memory be always, let me always remember you. Remember you and be doing with my head, let me be doing again and again prostrations to the entire world, Jagat. Why? What is the reason? Siya Ramamaya Sabijagajani Karab Pranam Hatu Karajodi. The entire world I see as Sita and Ramali. Goswami says. In the same way he says, you live there. In the entire world you only live. Wherever I see Lord Krishna only. So, let my head always be bowing to the entire world, which is your place of habitation. Drishtis satam, darshanestha bhavattanunam. May eyes be glued always to those Mahatmas, to those saints. The which saints? Bhavattanunam. They are all your body. God has got no other body except the body of devotees. So, all these Mahatmas, all these saints, they are your body. So, I consider them as your body. So, let me always be seeing you. Let my eyes be used only for seeing them, who are actually you, in fact. This is a beautiful prayer to the Lord. Now, one day, what happened was, Krini Bho Paraniti Shutva Sattvaramachyutam Phalanti Dhanyamagayem Yayo Sarva Phalapradam. Even when I was young, in our village, for purchasing vegetables or fruits, we never used to bring cash and give them. No money. We will bring this much of rice in our south and give it to her, and she will give some 2 or 3, she knows, 2 or 3 fruits or some vegetables as you want, she will give. So it is a question of exchange. It was there till, I am talking of say, 1936-37 in my village at Tiruvayar. This is how we used to purchase. Only when you go to some shops and all, then you have to take money. Otherwise, when they bring You only have exchange. That's all. I don't know, have you seen it? Yes. But you have been in the desert like me. So one day, the fruit seller, one old lady, she was going on the road and she was shouting, "Hey, anybody wants fruits? Please purchase my fruits. All fresh fruits I have brought." Then, Phalarthi Dhanyamadaye. The moment he heard it, Lord Krishna went home, took this much of grains, either wheat or rice, according to what is used in that place, and he went out. And oh, that Krishna, he wants to purchase phal. He is one who gives phal for all. Whatever you do, the word phala in Hindi and Sanskrit, it means one is fruit and also the result, what you get after doing something. So whatever karmas you do, good thing, bad thing, it is he who gives you the result. So it means the result also. Sarva phala pradaha. All types of phalas he can give, he goes there to purchase phala. And what he did? Phaleira puri phala vikrani tasya chudadhanyam karadvayam. Krishna is so small. Even though he is taking, there is so much of space between the two hands, the entire rice or gehum or wheat, whatever he had, they were all falling down. And finally when he went there, there were not even one or two grains. Then old lady saw Krishna. Oh my Lord, such a divine boy. I can sacrifice my entire property, whatever I have to him. So what is there? Let him not give me any grain. So, Phalayira Puriyat Kamam. She took all the fruits, whatever she could carry in her hand, she gave it to him. Krishna, you take it. She just filled up his hand. After all, his hand is so small. See, I remember one of the poems of Rabindranath Tagore. It is a beautiful poem. The poem was, there's a beggar. He goes from house to house, knocking, so that somebody may come and give him something. That means going from house to house by knocking, this means that he is having various births. Going from birth to birth, there is called going from house to house. And he is not satisfied. He is very frustrated. He is standing on the road. Suddenly he sees, oh, the golden chariot is coming. The King of Kings, he is coming. Ah, the day is made for me. The King of Kings will not pass by this poor fellow. He will stop and he will give me a lot. I cannot say, without asking, he will give me. Lord, today is the best day I have. The King of Kings comes, the chariot comes, he stops with all expectation writ large in his face. The beggar is standing. Ah, now he's going to come down and give me something. The King of Kings got down, came near the beggar. He didn't give him anything. He just put his hands and asked him, please. I was shocked. Oh my Lord. I thought he will give me and he is asking me. He is the King of Kings. He can't refuse. So from his bag, full of rice, he takes one grain of rice and reluctantly gives it to him. And now what to do? The king walks away. He goes home. And when he emptied that bag of rice, he found there's one golden rice. Then he says, oh my Lord, if only I had given him the entire bag of rice, now I have the entire bag of golden rice. What have we done? That's what happens. It's a beautiful story because for 1 year I was a teacher. So this came from the textbooks. And I myself was enchanted with this poem. That is best. We were studying English for those people. It was in that 10th standard. Now, this is over. Now, all the old people in Gokul, along with Nanda, the adopted father of Krishna, they were meeting. They say, Krishna has to be protected. Since the day the child has been born in Gokula, something or other is happening to him, and by Lord's grace only, he is safe. First that Putana came, then that cyclone like the Trinamrata came, and so many are coming, one after another. It is because of God my child has escaped all those people. It is better not to continue here. This place is bringing all bad luck for us now. This is a beautiful place called Vrindavan. We have to go nearly about 20 kilometers, 25 kilometers, but it is worth it. It is a place full of grassland where our cows and calves can graze when necessary. Full of it. Abundant grass is growing there. And full of greeneries. There's a jungle attached to it. And very beautiful. So, I suggest that we all move. See, after all, there were like these wandering groups. In Hindi we call them Banjaris. So like that. So, but any time they will take their cows and all, they will go. That's all. So they all decided to move from Gokulam to Vrindavan. And they go. And there are few courts, long courts, Bulla courts, in which Nanda, Yashoda, and Krishna, they sit in one. And in another they put all their, from all the houses, the various vessels containing curd, butter, and milk, all those things. They are suddenly to move, what will they do with that? So they have to take with them, they are taking with them. And others, they are walking by their side. And thus, they all reached Vrindavan. After reaching Vrindavan and settling themselves in the colony by building small huts for themselves, the trouble was not over. Similar devils, Vatsasura, Aghasura, Bakasura. Bakasura was like the heron. Heron, the long, white one which stays in the banks of rivers and all that. What do you call it? English, we call it as heron. Baka.
Saras.
Saras. Saras thing. Like that. So it has got a long neck. It has got a long leg. He will be sitting with his eyes closed. But we watching the movie.
Bagula.
Bagula Bhagat. So, Bagula, एक बगुला के फार्म में आई and was keeping its mouth open. And all these cowherd boys, they were surprised by this. Oh, so nice. We have never seen the inside. They all went near to see it well, and they touched it. Touched its beak. It didn't do anything. So all of them came near. When all of them came near, including Krishna, in one gulp it took them all here. They said, yeah, it was a demon. So that is called a Bakasura. Then there is another called Aghasura. Aghasura was a python. It's a big serpent-like. It doesn't move. It remains in one place. Something small to eat they got, he will take it. Something big to eat he got, he will consume it. But it will not go in search of food. It will remain in one place. So he remained there. Again these people saw it kept its mouth up. They thought, they didn't know that it's a serpent. They thought, hey, there's a caveman, let us go inside. It seems to be Vasishta Guha. So, thinking it was Vasishta Guha, all of them entered with it. And Lord Krishna, he just tore it into pieces and he came out along with them. They were not digested. They came out whole. So thus, all these demons, one after another, they were coming there also to kill Krishna. And Krishna was still surviving. There. Now, now one day, Brahma the creator, see remember there are two words in Sanskrit, Brahma and Brahma. Brahma means the ultimate reality whom we call as God, but then we have got 1,000 gods. So the supreme one who is formless, who is in charge of the entire thing, who creates, who dissolves, who sustains, that ultimate God, we call him as Brahman and we write as Brahma. So Param Brahma, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. See, Brahman is the root word, but when it is written in incidental case, objective case and all that, to, from, then when things are added, then it becomes Brahma. So Brahma and Brahma. And see, Brahma the creator is a male, so it is masculine gender. While Brahma, the ultimate supreme, is he a male or a female? Neither. So they made him neutral. Brahma is neutral gender. He is neither a male nor a female. That's why. Now Brahma, he said, yes, Narayan has promised us that he is going to be born in that family of Nanda, and in due course he will kill all the, the burden on the earth will be lessened by killing all the unwanted wicked people, the wicked kings and their forces that is there. Brahma, one day he came and saw, he is God, let us see what he is doing. He should be there also looking like a god. All they got at him, his body was full of dust. He was standing along with his friends. The cows are all gone somewhere to graze. They were grazing. Vibradvenum jatanapatayoho shringavetre chakakshe. He is keeping this murli, bamshi, usko yahan इधर रखे हुए हैं, you know the place here, so इधर रखे हुए हैं. बिभ्रद्वेणुम जटनपटियोः सिंहवेत्रे चकक्षे. He is having one stick because they have to graze the cows, and he is also having one of the horns to blow. Shinga Angavetre, Chakakshe, both he is keeping it here. Here, that Vamshi and Jahan, ye horn as well as the other one. This stick. And then Vame Padavu Masanagavalam Tatpalam Jangulishu. I don't know whether he is from north or south, because he has brought Dahi Bath. This is the favorite of South people. So, khane ke liye, for eating purposes, he has brought rice, cooked rice mixed with that. And he is having it in one hand here. Then here he is keeping this achar. This pickles. He is having these pickles. And the other boys, hey, you have got mango achar, I have got lemon. It's beautiful. My mother made it yesterday. Come on, come on. So he has already tasted some. He takes from that half and then he gives him. He said, ah, that's very nice. Then, Tishtan Madhye Swaparisuddha Hasayan Nanmavisvai. Krishna is the most humorous person. He goes on talking something and telling them some stories, some jokes. All the people are having laughter, 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 peals of laughter. And he was always telling some jokes, some humor. He was the most humorous one. Humor came from him. He is the God in charge of humor. Yes. Then, Surge Loke Mridhi Bhubuje Yajna Bhubbalakini. He is the Lord for whom all the food is offered through the yagas and yajnas through oblations. And such a divine being is standing here and eating the polluted food, the jutan of his friends, and then he is enjoying. Brahma Sahib, this cannot be God. God will not do such bad things, eating the jutan of other people and all that. I don't think so. Let us put it to a test. Now, if you are an expert in football, then what test will you give to another? He will give you one football test. And if you are very good in basketball, you will test him in basketball. You will not test him in something else. Is it not? So, Lord Brahma, he is famous for creating. So he said, let me test him what he does. So when he was talking and the cows were grazing elsewhere, he took away all the cows and put them in a cave in those mountains, and then he put a big rock and then made them go to sleep by his yoga. That's all. And he came away. Let us see the maja. Let us see what he does. Then, when Krishna saw after a little while, hey, all the cows have gone away, then come on, let us go, and half of them are yet to take their meats. He said, hey, you all stay here, you take your meats, I will go and find them. So Krishna went alone. So when all these fellows are alone, again Brahmaji took all these fellows, all his friends who were there, all the coward boys, and put them in another cave, made them go to sleep by his yoga, and put a big rock, and came away. Now you see, the maja is more. He has got to do it. How he will go back home and say, I don't know, all the cows are lost, all the boys are lost. They will kill him. The other people, hey, what happened to my boy? So, Krishna knew that it is the mischief of Brahmaji. Oh, he wants to test me and his father. It is from my Nabi, from the lotus. This fellow came and now, yeah, बाप को टेस्ट करना चाहता है. He wanted to test his father. All right. Then what he did? Abhayaitam atmanam chakre vishwagdishwara. Ultimately, Brahmaji never creates. It is all because of the power given by Krishna, all these creation takes place. So ultimately, the entire creation is done by Krishna. He is the master in creation. So he became all the boys. He himself became all the cows. One of the boys, he had 6 fingers. Similarly, exactly that boy had 6 fingers here. He created him like that. And there is another boy, he had a big scar here. He created him with a big scar. So everybody as they were. Somebody came in blue shirt, somebody came in red shirt, somebody came in indigo shirt. Exactly the same colors. And somebody had a long horn. Somebody had a small horn. Exactly the same. Otherwise the parents will recognize, I gave him this, how does he have this? So nobody should suspect. Exactly, it is a Xerox copy. It is an absolute Xerox copy. That's all. So he made all these. Similarly, he made all those cows also. One of the cow, it had one broken horn. Similarly here, when he made himself duplication, that cow had half it had a broken horn. So there also, as they were exactly, not even 0.001% there is any difference. Exactly like that he made. So in the evening, as usual, with all the boys, with all the cows, he went back home. When they all went home, the next day morning, the parents of these boys, they didn't want their sons to go out. Because they themselves do not know. They got such a love for their boys. They want to be with him, they want to love them, they want to embrace them, they want to keep them. So they said, hey, today, why don't you take leave, man? No, Krishna will simply kill us. We have to go. And similarly, they didn't want to let any of their cows from grazing, because the cows and its cause for that. The cows, when they took the milk, they found the milk was not ordinary. The milk was just like a nectar, just like amrit. And they wouldn't leave the mother. Little more, a little more, a little more. My Lord, when the Lord Himself comes to you as a boy, when the Lord Himself comes as the mother cow, then it's a question. There is the highest ananda that we can ever get, for which yogis are striving for janmas and years, and here they get it easily. God Himself has gone to their house. That's how they were there. Then, Matva Param Brahma Sutana Payan. The child's thought, all these our mothers are not mothers. They are the real Parabrahma Himself, they are very true. There's Parabrahma Himself, the ultimate God, the ultimate reality which has taken form. And 1 year was over. The same duplicate boys and the same duplicate cows. They went on. And at that time, when all were gone, when they were there in the jungle, she was grazing them by the sadis going, and all these boys who were Krishna himself, they were all going. It was a sight to see. Everything was so sweet. And there is a big poem. Geetam Madhuram Muktam Madhuram Suktam Madhuram Rupam Madhuram. The entire Rupa of the Lord, his form was so sweet. And when you were sleeping there, it was a sight to see, it was very beautiful. It was all so sweet. Suktam Madhuram. And when he used to take his basuri, his flute, and he began to play, it was also sweet. Geetam Madhuram, Peetam Madhuram. When the Lord wanted some little water, he will take a glass of water and when he was drinking, or he may take it from the running, one of those running, flowing water. And when he was drinking, it was very sweet to watch. So everything was sweet. Then, Rupam Madhuram, Tilakam Madhuram, Madhuradipate Rakhilam Madhuram. Even his tilak was Madhur. What shall I say? For Lord Krishna, everything, whatever he did, whatever he was very sweet. Madhuradipate Rakhilam Madhuram. Like that there are about 20 shlokas or so. It's called Madhurashtakam. There are 8 shlokas. Then, after 1 year, Brahma comes and sees, what is it? This fellow is mischievous. He has gone and taken away the rock and he has released them all. He goes back to those caves. After all, he has put them in sleep. The cows are all sleeping. In the other cave, all the boys are sleeping. Again he comes and sees. Then he sees suddenly that all of them were Krishna. All of them were Krishna. His head reels, becomes dizzy. Am I seeing correctly? Then the Lord withdrew the Maya from him. Now he realized it was Lord himself. He comes down, falls at the feet of Krishna. Krishna, I have brought all the boys, I have brought all the cows, please take them, you can withdraw your Xerox copies. And he praised to Krishna and suspected, after all, I am an ordinary God, I am subject to all sorts of defects, so I have done this mistake, so please. Ukshepadam Garbhagatusyajantoho. You see, a lady is bearing a child. It is the 9th month or so. The child sometimes kicks the mother from inside. Does she feel unhappy or angry? She is very happy. Oh, my baby is kicking me. She is very happy. Like that, Lord, I have kicked at you. I am in your womb. So please, be happy with me. Don't be angry with me. He is asking. And then there is one shloka where he gives